damage being done. Riders frantically and scrabbling to get themselves organised and into groups, and there's echelons all over the place. We've got group up front, which looks huddled and kind of organised. Behind, well, less so. Nothing like the same level of organisation, and these riders need to get themselves need to get it figured out quickly, really. And right now up front you have got significant daylight opening up between this group on the front of the main peloton and the other groups, and it's absolutely shadowed the peloton. 18 riders out front, 5 riders from the De Koning Quick-Step squad: Hodge, Cavendish, Czerny, Kajsa and Stales. Got 3 from the BORA-hansgrohe team: Schillinger, Selig and Pascal Ackermann. And Mark Cavendish goes in the attacks. This is the first play. We're into the final now. The Koning Quick-Step start and play their cards. Does that mean that it's all for Alvaro Hodge today? Well, inevitably it is the next best represented team in this bike race. Well, I was about to say that it was Israel Startup Nation, but of course BORA-hansgrohe have 3 riders in the group, so it's André Greipel that wants to respond. He brings Reynard, his teammate, with him. They'll knit it back together again, surely, but Mark Cavendish just gives it a little squeeze. Now, is it for you, Mark, or is it for me? Greipel, who's screaming for assistance, and he needs Reynard to go, and he's asking him to attack. And the rest will surely have to close the gap here. Cavendish is equal to that one, and that will be all they need. Is that it for Greipel? Will he be able to go with them? I think that's it for him. Ackermann goes. Is anyone equal to this one? Ackermann doesn't want to go to the line. He's using his sprint up early. That's a shock. Can Ackermann possibly survive? 800 meters remaining, and Czerny closes it up. Reynard sits on his wheel. Cavendish just behind, Hulgaard as well, and Merkel from the back. Is there time for one late attack? We're into the final few hundred meters now. Czerny will lead it out. Ackermann used his sprint early, why not play? But it's looking good at the moment for perhaps another victory for Mark Cavendish, a first in this event. We pick it up from the long lens, and it's Czerny that is churning the legs to try and drag this in to as fast as lead out as he can possibly manage on behalf of his teammate. Cavendish looking anxiously over his shoulder. Hulgaard's the only man, or perhaps Reynard, that can prevent him at this point. He's waiting to fire. He's waiting to fire. Hulgaard's there too. Has he got the legs for this one? Coming up to the conclusion. They're winding it up. Reynard it is who launches for the line. Inside 100 meters to go. Here comes Cavendish. Cavendish is surely not going to be stopped now. And Cavendish gets the victory. He converts from the De Koning Quick-Step squad and takes his maiden success. A fabulous day of racing and a great way to go out. And he gets to raise his arms in the air as well one final time. Chapeau to you too. André Greipel at the end of a great career. And he is exhausted as well, he might be, and we all are, and all the riders in that breakaway group today. Fabulous race, fabulous conversion. They had the numbers, they had the legs. And what about this? Mark Cavendish gets the win. Well, they played it beautifully. Always looked in control, but you know, you're tempted to worry once or twice, but look at that, that's a great moment. These 2 riders had their moments early in their career, but there's great respect and friendship between them now. And it's tough to go up against a man who's got 34 victories in Tour de France stages. Reynard burst for the line inside 100 meters to go, but Cavendish, well, all too easy really. Still got plenty of flat, fast twitchers to recruit. Arms in the air. There's confirmation of the finishing order at the conclusion of Sparkassen Münsterland Giro 2021. Mark Cavendish gets the victory for De Koning Quick-Step ahead of Alexis Reynard and Morton and Hulgaard. Czerny, Herreguts, Janssen, De Bont, Urianstad, Van Pucke and Tarleton. 15th edition of the Sparkassen Münsterland Giro falls to the Manx missile, 36 years young, 156 victories in his career. It's the 10th success of the season. 10th time he's mounted the top step. He thought this was behind him at the conclusion of 2020. Dark year for him.
What are your first thoughts after the race?
I'm very happy I've won a race, so.
Of course, what can you say about the conditions of today?
It was a difficult condition for a race. You know, a lot of wind, rain, but ultimately it makes it good for our team, the kind of Quick-Step. We were able to take advantage of that, and yeah, get a strong group of us in the small front group and use that to our advantage. So.
Yeah, from your point of view, what kind of race was it? Because you seem to have like really strong legs.
Yeah, really happy with that. We had the numbers in the front. We raced hard, and yeah, I like it. I like it around here in Munster. This used to be my training road 15 years ago. When I first started racing in Germany, I lived in Dortmund. I used to train around here, and so I know the conditions. I know the terrain really well, and it's nice to come back here and win.
Was it a pity that you couldn't end in a man-to-man sprint with André Greipel?
Yeah, that would have been nice. You know, obviously to be romantic, it would be a nice finish. But for me, it's an honour to race with him his last race. You know, we were teammates, we were rivals, but something that something about André is I have the biggest respect because he just loves riding his bike. To be able to continue at the top for so many years like he did, you know, I know how difficult that is, and it's been an absolute honour to spend my career racing against him and with him.
So for now, it's a good way, right, to end the season.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. Still a couple more races left, but yeah, it's super nice. I also like to say I like to dedicate this win to my old coach Heiko Salzfedel from Germany. Unfortunately, he died this week, and it's fitting to be here in Germany and race in his memory.
The end of an era. Who was your last race?
Yeah, it was a fast race. I haven't had the best legs in my career, but I made the maximum out of it. So Alexis got second, so Mark was pretty strong. I wasn't so strong, but I was still up there and was fighting until the end. And yeah, with his legs, anyway, I didn't deserve to win.
Do you have a satisfied feeling about your last race?
I had goosebumps when I crossed the line. But yeah, let's say during the race I had not so much time to think about anything because it was busy all the day. But of course, yeah, it was emotional. But yeah, now I just with a little bit distance, I can look back on a great career and a lot of nice memories and friendships.
Did you consciously choose to finish your career in a good shape?
Yeah, I mean, I love to ride my bike, and I always try to be professional, and also until today.